What's up? JS350JP in the house. Okay, I want to make a part two of why can't black people work together. I got a lot of answers. The answers that I got were good answers. I guess they were the normal answers and things like that, but I was looking for some other answers, and I'll give one of my answers. I think that the reason black people or we don't work together is because I don't think we actually know how to work together. There's no structure and there's no vision and there's no plan. The motivation might be there, but again, like I said, I think the want of success or the how can I say it? Yeah, the one of success is not there. In other words, you can get to what is it? A community center and get a bunch of people to work together to clean up the neighborhood and things like that. But like I said, there's no plan or people don't know how. Okay, let's say like if you get kids to go in a house by 6 o'clock. Okay, all kids under 18 in the house by 6 o'clock, or all kids from people from 20 years old and down under be in the house by 6 o'clock. Okay, now once they get in the house, that's fine. Then it's going to cut down on all the crime and stuff like that, and any needless loss of life and stuff like that. But when they're sitting in the house, then what's next? Okay, because working together is actually working together, which means that you have a goal that you need to accomplish. There's a goal that you need to set, or a goal that has to be set. And this goal cannot just be one goal. It has to be a goal that's continuously. And it's going to verge off or diverse into different other things. And then once it diverges to the left, then you got to have that goal and this goal and this goal, and it'll come back all to one ultimate goal. And then again, the goal might, as you pursue one goal, it might diverge into something else and create its own goal, or stuff like that. So I think that we don't know how. I think that's probably the biggest problem. Okay, let's get together. Okay, now what we do. Okay, so we'll get all black men to go to school. Okay, fine. So all black men in college. Okay, and then after that, then what? You know, then and then like let's say like you get all black men to go to college, right? And then you're gonna have problems, because when you have a goal, you have to reach your goal, and then you have to have problem solvings as you have to have problem solvings for any situations that come up. So like in my videos, I always say like, okay, go to school, but when you go to school, be careful because you'll get this loan or this scholarship or whatever. But there are traps set in school, and the traps that's set in school is you're still going to run into discrimination by the students there, mainly the guys. And if you don't go to school and if you don't just focus on your work, go to the library, focus on your work, do your work, go to the lab. If anyone's talking crap, just ignore them because they don't talk to you. Don't go to these parties. If you go join these frat places and stuff, okay, do what you got to do. But, you got to stay focused for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, or however many years you're going to go through it, and keep that focus. But then some people might run into some problems. Let's say like they run into some other brothers who might insult them, because, they're getting, they're just committed to their studies. Then how you gonna deal? What problem solving strategies do we have to deal with those brothers who's being disruptive and things like that? So basically, what I'm saying is that maybe we just don't know how. You know what I'm saying? And it might get let why can't black people work together because of white men this and because of this and that, and it seems like it should be a simple a goal. I be able to think it's simple, but what is simple? What is something that's simple? All simple is is one unit that's been put together, or a bunch of units or whatever, say a machine. You know, you could drive a car, it's simple driving a car, but a car is, sure, it might be simple driving a car might be simple, okay, what's a car, is this and that, but this one simple car is made up of a whole bunch of complex small parts. And then the difference between something being complex as far as difficulties is what I'm trying to say, and then simple as far as easy to understand, difficult to understand, complex, is what you know. You know, the information. What do you know about this? What do you know about the paneling and the mirror and this and that and all of this stuff? So basically, that's what I believe that we don't know, and that is, I think, is our number one problem. Because I can get with some brothers and stuff on YouTube. So okay, let's have these conversations, you know, and I put my videos up and try to help brother. Well, I hope that I'm helping brothers, but mainly just describing my life in Japan and say, hey, you know, I think the number one thing we need to do is understand that there is possible to live in a society where there is peace, and this society where there's peace is here in Japan. Come visit Japan and enjoy the peace and see what it's like to walk down the street and police don't bother you, drive down the street and police don't bother you, nobody's calling you in. You know, they might say what they say in Japanese, but you know, you don't understand language, don't worry about it. You know, if a person looking at you, you just say hi to them, and if they are being mean or malicious or whatever, you know, they're just gonna turn around and walk around. I mean, turn around and walk away. You know, and then, you know, my main thing about coming to Japan, that you be careful of the women, because they dress real nice and they're really attractive and stuff like that. But some of these women, they got a lot of game, and you mess around and mess with the wrong one, and you're not coming back to the stage. You're gonna be taking care of her and stuff, you know, until whenever she gets tired of you and kick you to the curb. But I think that's and I'm not saying all Japanese women are like that, but you know, women around the world, you know, they starting to get this power and stuff, you know, and the guys are getting weaker, and you know, and I'm not even saying guys are getting weaker where they should be stronger than women. I'm saying they're getting weaker because they can't control their own minds to keep pace with the women who are using their minds and starting to open up and develop and do things that they want to do. So, oh man, so that's all I'm saying. So I think we just don't know, and you know, and that's why I always said, you know, read a dictionary, you know, change your conversations, change your vocabulary, you know. And what I mean by vocabulary is actually learning new synonyms and antonyms and things like that, and learning that stuff, because as you start developing your vocabulary and you're learning your grammar and using English language, whatever language you use properly, then, like I said, it's an invitation to any conversation that you are near, that you can hear any conversation. And these people with these how could I say it? Not extra, but these people with this large vocabulary, you know, they're just pulling words and synonyms out the air, and they'll sit right next to you and tell you and discuss how to make $1 million from step 1 to 10. And if you don't understand the vocabulary, then you'll miss it. You know, and they might want to talk to you directly, but because, you know, they don't, you know, want to offend you or anything by saying, excuse me, can I tell you how to make $1 million? Why you wanna tell me how to make $1 million? I'm happy with my job. I'm making $30,000 a month, and this and that, and you this and you know, it's crazy how, you know, you walk up and talk to somebody and offer them some advice or some help, and they, well, I don't need your unsolicited advice about how to make $1 million. I got a good life. I'm happy. I'm making this, and you know, I'm you know, like, okay, whatever, you know, and people just, you know, and that's a problem too. But oh man, I gotta make another part. But basically, I just think that we don't know how to get together, and then once we get together, then from there, what do we do? You know, and that's probably the number one problem. Anyway, I got a few seconds, so let's see, what can I think about? No, what can I say? I guess that's it. So, what do you think? Peace. Well, I mean, not what do you think, but that's it. Peace.